How much money do you have in the bank? I'm not talking about like a bank where you put money. I'm talking about the love bank in relationships. I think every single person has a relational piggy bank. My wife Carrie and I probably have this emotional bank account, this love bank, that when I do the dishes or I remember to stop by the store and pick up some flowers and some chocolate that she just really likes, in the card, and I put a little saying on there, it says, "I love you so much for the rest of your life." It's like I put money in that bank account. And when I forget, I don't know, like a anniversary date, it's like dumping all the money out. Love banks, our culture, our lives seem to be based around putting more in than you take out. In the book of Ephesians, we're going to study where the Apostle Paul talks about love in a culture and a city that has literally a love bank known as the Temple of Artemis. It's where people would come, it's where they'd spend money. That place, that temple had so much money they could lend money out and people make money off of that. Literally was the love bank. And because of this, people I think even took into their relationship with God that God has a love bank. But what if God doesn't have a love bank? What if God just is love? And instead of having transactional love, what God has is transformational love. That God doesn't love you because you put something in or you took something out, or making sure that you've opened an account with Him, or making sure that you've transferred all the balances over, or making sure that you've somehow invested more than you've made mistakes for, that have withdrawals. No, that God just loves you because He loves you because God is love. And when you get the love of God in your heart that deeply, it starts to transform you, and you start to become love just like Jesus is love. This series, here's what we're hoping for. I'm dreaming that you're blown away by the love of God again, and that God's love moves deeply into our hearts and moves us out to love just like God does. How wide, how high, how long, and how deep His love really is. Looking forward to seeing you in the next 4 weeks as we study the love of God.